I am a normal Japanese student. You will not remember my name, so I will not say it. I am top of my class at school despite never actually going to school. My family loves me for my bland personality. Boy, do I love my life. It would be a shame if something were to happen to me on this busy street.
What the fuck?
If you are even remotely into anime or manga, you will know about the juggernaut of a trend that is Isekai. Although it would be more accurate to say it's a subgenre that has practically become the standard Japanese fantasy genre. Now, this isn't necessarily a bad thing. Genres constantly change to what is popular all the time. Lord of the Rings basically created modern Western fantasy as we know it. However, it becomes a problem when instead of building onto this new subgenre, all the new stories just rehash the setting and plot of what's popular over and over again. Isekai greatly suffers from this problem, and the genre is rife with bland, regurgitated stories that are the worst possible thing a story can be. Boring. Yet we all keep consuming it. Now, I have read and watched a lot of Isekai, more than I care to admit. And when I watch something, I tend to focus on the good things the story does and not notice the bad. This means that it is very easy for me to enjoy a manga or anime, even when it's only okay at best. It's really hard for me to hate a story, but even I can't ignore the massive problems many Isekai have. And I think it all stems from one problem: the seeming inability to make use of one of the greatest strengths of the fantasy genre: the world. That the world the story is set in can only be restrained by the author's imagination. Worlds that can house interesting concepts and characters. Yet, many stories seem unwilling to put in the effort and make an original setting. Almost every isekai has the same JRPG type world: stats, a demon king that must be defeated, overpowered main character, and I swear if I have to sit through one more chapter explaining the Adventurers Guild, I'm gonna throw myself in front of Truck-kun. It's the same world with the same guild and the same story. It's gotten to the point that halfway through the first chapter of a new isekai, you can predict the entire rest of the story. It's honestly frustrating seeing new manga waste the infinite potential of the fantasy genre to do what everyone else is doing. And when the rehashed world is presented, it is all surface level exposition that never goes any deeper. How has the world been affected by the Demon King's advance? What are the resources and politics of the many human kingdoms? Why doesn't the Adventurers Guild, an organization with people that can be considered demigods, ever try to take advantage of this, beyond just killing monsters? It never answers these questions and just leaves the world feeling lifeless, bland, one note. I feel one of the reasons Slime is such an enjoyable and overall great show is because, despite having a generic isekai world with demon kings and an overpowered main character, it explores these further in depth than the other isekai shows, making a more believable and interesting world. It's no surprise that the best isekai have unique settings compared to their contemporaries. A good setting turns a good story into a great story. One thing isekai stories love to do is to make their main character as relatable as possible, so that it allows the reader to project themselves into them. A good outcome for escapism. However, this writing method tends to make main characters that are just such everymen and relatable that they have no personality to speak of. And a character with no personality is a boring character. Why do these main characters seem to accept that they've been transported to another world in a single panel? A single slap to the face and they are instantly rational. Why not have a character that is in denial and goes through the 5 stages of grief before they can fully adjust to this new world? Being thrown into a brand new place that you know nothing of is a pretty relatable situation. So why not have the character react to it realistically? I think that would make a much more interesting character. Isekai stories could be fantastic, But I feel authors just don't want to put in the work. Just copy what's popular and get a paycheck. No artistic integrity or drive to make a compelling story. Now, don't think I'm targeting any specific authors or that I hate the isekai genre. In fact, I love it. That is precisely why I want it to be better. And mainly because I'm just tired of reading the same story. I honestly doubt anyone will see this video, which is more of a rant than anything, but I needed to get that off my chest. If you enjoyed this video, then consider subscribing. Also, follow me on Twitter.